my first thoughts about this was, oh, they've totally screwed Idris Elba. Or is it Idris Elba? My friend corrected me and said it was Idris one time. We'll call him Mr. Elba. We'll call him Elba from now on, okay? Just so I don't upset people. Elba would have been good. Only certain idiots had a problem with James Bond being black. Because it doesn't really matter at this point. Because it's been going for so long. It's like staying true to the books and what have you. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's such a big commodity and franchise that's been running since the 60s. It's been running for almost 60 years. I mean, the fact that it's still going is insane. I mean, they didn't want Sean Connery to be Bond in the first place because he was Scottish, and then he did so well that they actually made changes to it. So it doesn't. It's kind of not that important when it comes to James Bond. Certain characters have been around for so long, and the good thing about it, with Bond being black, Idris Elba, is that it shows that it shouldn't matter. This is my fault. It shouldn't matter about, get rid of the identity politics. This is just James Bond. It doesn't matter if he's black, white, whatever. He is just James Bond, and his race has nothing to do with it. It'd be cringe if you suddenly come in and saying, "Hey, blood, where's my jollof rice?" or something like that. If started going on about his Nigerian heritage or something. I think, is he Nigerian? Oh no, he's Caribbean. Alright, started talking about some, where's me rice and peas? Where's me can of ting? Like something like that. You'd be like, oh God, please, just give it a rest, would you? It's James Bond, for goodness sake. So it doesn't matter. I mean, even having a blonde James Bond was a controversy, but at this point, it's like you need to inject some freshness into it. That's what I'm saying. Freshen it up a bit. Do you know what I mean? Make it fresh, baby. Make it fresh. But this... this is just... It's just lunacy. It's the best way I can describe it. This is just... I swear they've done it for the outrage. Because if you look at what Disney did, it's like no one talking about Disney positively at the moment. Aladdin's a mess. The Lion King is boo. So what they do? So they want people to talk about their films. So like, let's just make Ariel black, the Little Mermaid. And it's like, because at least then people will be talking about us. Because everyone's kind of bored. Everyone's bored already of this stuff. They're already bored, so it's like, oh, they're mad bored of our crappy remakes. Oh, well, we need people to talk about us. This is cringy, because forget the black element. We've been through that. The very nature of James Bond is it's something for men. It's like something that men look up to. It's not for girls. And what do they want to do? But girls to look up to James Bond? It's just ultimate fantasy stuff. When they try and make, we want to make Bond a bit more real, a bit more edgy. I mean, and they did it to, they pushed it that far with the Daniel Craig films enough, but also kept the realms of sort of lunatic fantasy in there. It's still like this, a poker game to stop a, playing a game of poker to stop an international terrorist banking organization or whatever it is. It's just silly. It's still the silly, the big wild shit. It's like, all right, okay, it's fantasy land. The guy just goes around the world to exotic locations, looks sharp, drinks all the time, and just bangs hot chicks. That's what it is, And there's no real story arc with there's no development with James Bond. He is just James Bond. If you read about storytelling, James Bond has his own unique thing. It's basically you have the beginning, which is nothing to do with the main story of the film. It's just a cool action thing going on. Although sometimes they have tried to incorporate it recently to go with the main story. And then you just have, and then you have the inciting incident, which is there's this thing and there's this guy and you need to go do this, and then it's just James Bond in pursuit of it, and he's never really that much in danger. Do you know what I mean? He just smashes it. He just fucking just walks into the place and going, right, I'll have a couple of drinks. I'm gonna bang you, then I'm gonna, I don't know, I'll probably steal a helicopter and blow something up, because that's how I roll, bitch. It's lunatic land. It's fantasy land. And then getting a girl to, it's just not for girls. It's just cringy. It's so cringy. It's just a pointless thing to do. That's the thing. It's just like, why? It's not going to do well. That's the thing, because it's like, you know what I mean? You have to think about how James Bond works. And it doesn't work if it's a girl. You can have like, it's like, why don't you have your own thing? Why isn't there just you? I've seen videos of people making this point about like, I seen a video by Amazing Lucas, and he was talking about how like he doesn't want the whole concept of hand-me-downs, and that's a point I hadn't really thought about before, because I'm not black. But it's like, you know, we don't want hand-me-down roles. You know, he's like, I'm bored of hand-me-downs, and this is like hand-me-downs. Like, go on, you can have this. You can have this. Isn't that nice? And it's like, why can't we have our own shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, and Black Panther kind of proves that point of like, it's not a role that was changed. You know, they didn't have to make him a lesbian or anything. It's just, this guy's black. He's Black Panther. Here you go. That's always been a thing. Like, make your own shit. Like, have your own shit. And I know this whole thing of appropriation of blah, 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 blah. This is appropriation. This ain't like, this isn't cultural. This is gender appropriation. It's like, just have your own shit. Why do you need what is this going to achieve for mankind? It's just because the thing is, it's going to be cringy. If it like the Doctor Who thing was like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it can be a woman, I suppose, but it's cringy though. That's the thing. It's cringy because it's like there's certain character traits that suit males and females, and culturally as well. Like, you know, you can. It's like when Puff Daddy would like, he actually filmed, you know, spent money to film his own like sizzle reel of him being James Bond. It's like, no one wants. I mean, no one wants an American to be fucking James Bond, and especially Puffy. He's not even a fucking actor. What are you doing? Like, that would outrage. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. He has to be British, right? End of story. But it's like, but to make it a fucking girl, it's just like, oh God, like, why? You know why they've done it? And saying, yeah, look how progressive this is going to be. This is going to be great, and it's going to be cringy because it won't be James Bond. It's going, oh, it's Bond 20, so it's like, it's going to be a female version of Spy, so he's going to hand over the reins of 007 to this other woman. Well, therefore, it's not going to be James Bond. So it's going to be, you know, is this the future? I mean, where's it going to go from here? That's what I want to know. Like, where's it actually going to go from here? Do you know what I mean? Is this because? It's gonna lead on? Is the next film gonna be with this woman? That's clearly what they have in mind, you know. And it's like, oh God, is this what you're gonna do? Like, there's no problem with like having if it was a spin-off type thing, but if they're gonna change the whole franchise and it's not gonna be James Bond, and it's gonna be her, it's gonna be like, oh, it'd be cringy. What's he gonna do? Waltz into a place and be like, hey, and just start smashing dudes? Like, it just doesn't work the same. It doesn't work the same, does it? Because then you'll have to change the whole thing, and then it'll be the whole thing will be changed. It'll be 007. It won't be James Bond anymore. It'll be just a spy thing, because I think that's kind of what they want to do. Because it's Because it's old shit. It's been done. It's been done. That's the thing. What you got to do is give it a few years and then get another James Bond and change it up a bit. Because that's what people want. It's just they just want James Bond. They don't want Jane Bond. They don't. That's not what. It's cringy if it's a woman. It's cringy. Just think about the things that he does and his characteristics and the situations they get in, and it's going to be like this superhuman woman who can do anything a man can do. You know, beating the shit out of dude. You know, it's like she's going to fucking whoop someone's ass. And go, well, pretty good for a woman. And going, don't you disrespect me? I'm a strong, independent woman. Like it's going to be like that. Someone's going to make a sexual advance on her and she's going to fucking break his wrist. And it's going to be like, yeah, that's right. Sock it to misogyny. It's going to be like all that. It's, you know? And it's like, it's just going to be cringy. It's just cringy. Because the thing is, if they do it right, this is the point. If you do it right, then it's good. But they're not doing it right anymore. You just know that they're not going to do it right. If they do it right and it's fucking awesome, and it's some complicated character, you know, a woman in a male-dominated world, but like, you know, but she's not. If it's done right, she was not going to be this ultimate badass that fucking defies the laws of physics and fucking just science in general, and just like, what is this? You know what I mean? And a different kind of character, something that has some depth and some thought into it. But no, what they do is just make it cringe. That's the thing. It's just like, oh god. Really? This is what we deserve, is it? There was a pivotal scene at the start of the film where M, played by Ralph Fiennes, says, "Come in 007," and walks in Lashana, who is black, beautiful, and a woman. Black, beautiful, and a woman, the insiders said, adding, "It's popcorn-dropping moment. Bond is still Bond, but he's been replaced by 007 by this stunning woman." It's not going to be a popcorn dropping moment because we know about it now. But then again, if the future of the franchise is going to follow into this footsteps, we don't really know. And this might just be a huge publicity stunt. I mean, it probably will happen. Maybe it will happen in the film. It will be this thing, and they bring Bond out of retirement for blah 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 to do this. That's fine. But you know, to leak this sort of thing, it's just jumping onto the outrage culture. This is just pure outrage culture because they know everyone's going to be talking about it and it's going to be divisive because that's what they do. Like that's kind of how it works. And I just wanted to talk about, you know, what a lot of other people talk about. It's like how it just doesn't. It's not a good idea to create a female James Bond. It's just a shit idea. It's just shit. It's shit. Certain characters can't be women, you know, and certain characters can't be men. Do you know what I mean? We don't want a male Mary Poppins. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sort of it's the lack of ideas thing. It's like, as well, it's like, oh, how can we revamp this crap, this thing that people love, but you know, we're not going to make anything good, but how can we convince people that this is going to be better and different? Like they swap genders or swap races and stuff, and it's like, really? That's the best you got? That's the best idea you could come up with? It's like, we're just going to do the same old shit, but it's going to be different. It's like, it's just, It's like with Ghostbusters, it was such a missed opportunity. Like, thinking about what they could have done with Ghostbusters, when you've got, you know, real ghost hunters, like with TV shows and stuff, and it's all charlatans. Like, there was such a good angle you could have taken on that. The realms of possibility, you know, not remake the same thing, but just do something totally different. You know, just totally different. Because you could create your own film that would be about, you know, people who are charlatans busting, you know, and then busting ghosts, you know, and then suddenly they discover ghosts are real, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, we weren't expecting this. You know, a lot of people would say an original film like that would go, well, it's kind of similar to Ghostbusters, isn't it? But you know, you could just do it as a remake of Ghostbusters, and you can have both as their own amazing things. You know, because there are some films that have been remade that are really good, and both are good. You know, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like the original and the 70s one. I kind of like the 90s one as well. they're all good as their own things. You know, you can watch all of them, and it's very similar, but they're both. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, just do something good, and stop pretending that you're doing something good. I think is the main point, and stop baiting. And people need to stop rising to the bait as well, like snatching onto it. But people have to make content. I've done it, but I just wanted to talk about different. I like to have things as jump off points. The reasons why, you know, if they are going to go in this direction, it's going to be just pure cringe. It's not going to be very good. They'll kill it, and they'll kill it. They'll make one film, it'll be a disaster, and then they'll go, right, we need to really rethink this whole thing and scrap. You know, it'll be another film like on Her Majesty's Secret Service. I can't remember why he only did one film. I mean, he wasn't that bad in it, but it was like they just went, no, this isn't the direction we want to go, and they just changed it. So it'll be another one, be one of those obscure Bond films where they go, oh yeah, remember that one? Oh, that was weird, wasn't it? There you go. But moral of the story is, just start doing some good things, would you? Some new thing. Can we have some new stuff that is actually new? You know, instead of you pretending that it's just, a new take on it. You know, that's what people want. You know, if you're out there and you want a black female character that's gonna do something, be inspiring and whatever, please write something good and original. You know, just be inspired by this. Going, no, we want our own. Let's make our own shit. Like, please, just let this inspire you to do something good. People are craving for good things. People really want it. They really want it. They're constantly being shafted all the time by all this crap. Day after day, going, oh, here's another crap film for you. Do you know what I mean? Please, come on, be inspired. Do something good.